Tim.
Hey,
Hey there, how are we doing?
good, thank you.
Right, thanks.
Good to see you.
And you?
How's the week treating you?
Very good. Very good. It sounds strange, really, doesn't it?
Good. Yeah, you're supposed to be suffering.
Yeah. It's starting to get a bit unnerving with the good weather, though.
I know, it's been amazing, hasn't it? We've been really enjoying the weather.
For March and April, it's a little bit crazy, really.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's been lovely here. Apart from the people out on their dirt bikes.
Oh, do you get that as well?
Yeah, do you get them over there?
Well, the other night we had 3 o'clock in the morning. Dave woke up. He heard a car pull up just outside.
Yeah.
Got up to look. These lads jumped out and ran off, and it was this Mustang, souped-up Mustang.
Yeah.
And then these other cars suddenly, about 10 minutes later, pulled up around it, and all these guys got out. And I was like, "Oh my god!" So I phoned the police, and the Mustang was involved in an incident which just hit a load of other parked cars in Frizinghall.
Yeah.
And the other guys who turned up had jumped in their cars and chased it and found them up here.
No way.
I called the police. When the police arrived, because I thought, "Oh my god, is this some kind of rival gang thing?" I went straight to Sopranos. So yeah, it looks like it might be fairly serious. Police have been back and asked some more, whether or not Dave saw any more than he did. So yeah, oh my god.
Wow.
So dirt bikes, yeah.
So it's nothing compared to the gang warfare that's going on outside your house.
Over at my house.
It's not your house.
No, it's well, I'm at Dave's at the moment. But over at my house last summer, a dirt bike went down the back of my house with two lads on wearing balaclavas and one of them carrying a circular saw.
It's proper gone Mad Max, hasn't it?
Totally. Just needs shoulder pads and spikes. And...
Yeah, we've had them going through the forest. We've got a wood out back, and we saw a couple of them. Dom, a couple of them going down through the forest. There's all these families out walking around in the country, and two idiots firing through the forest on their dirt bikes. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had somebody go through here this morning, no license plate or anything, bezzing around this estate on an illegal motorbike. It wasn't road taxed.
Oh, crazy times.
Crazy times, isn't it?
Mm.
I saw your friend from the Cheese House Day today too. Internal Wing Chun.
Which one?
Pardon?
Which friend?
Internal Wing Chun fella. The Asian fella.
The guy who's talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're the one who's been to the Marshall camp.
Yeah. I've not seen him for a while. How was he? Did you speak to him?
He was fine. He was with his daughter. Didn't have a lot of time to talk to him really.
Right.
I went up to him and said, "I've seen you on YouTube," and he went, "All right, okay."
You must have thought you were butter.
The what? Yeah, he says,
yeah, I've seen you. I know you from telly. Oh, it's always a winner. Hey, Mark. Mark's practicing his ninjutsu, his invisibility skills. His ninja skills are strong. Shall we get started then? We'll do a bit of a warm-up, shall we? Just to throw off those cobwebs. Twisting. Walking your feet out. Down to your left. And right. And middle. Walking your feet out. Down to your left. And right. And middle. And walking out once more. Left. And right. Middle. And lunging to your left. Onto your toe. Other side. And onto your toe. And back to the middle, down to your left. And right. Middle. Walking feet in, left foot forward, right arm backwards. And the other way. And change arm, change leg. And the other way. Both arms back. Forwards. And opposite directions. And change. And change. Shoulders backwards. Forwards. Shrugs. And looking left and right. Side to side. Forward and back. And circle. Both ways. And circling your feet. One at a time. Hey! We've got to have the bad jokes. Both ways. Did I say that already? Point. Are you there, Mark? Practicing your invisibility. We don't have your camera there. Are you maybe hiding from the CIA? Pulling back. Turning out. Turning in. Circle. And pull back. And up front. And the other side, circle. Both ways. Point. You cad.
It's my contribution to bad humour.
Pull back. Turn out. Can't actually see this on the video. Perhaps I should have my foot up there. Turn in. Circle. And pull back. And up front. Anybody missing Chi Sao?
Yes.
It's difficult, isn't it? I really miss it. Quite a strange thing not to get your weekly Chi Sao hit. Other way. And bend and skip back. Technical situation. Is that Mark? Hi, Mark. Technical problems. Hugging your knees. Touching your toes. And circling your hips. Both ways. And shake off. Okay, so I think the focus was, we discussed last week, was going to be on Chum Q. But I think it'd be nice to just do a warm-up and first form just to kick things off, and then we'll go straight into Chum Q and drills. Is that all good with everybody?
Yeah, my legs are still hurting from doing first form just before this lesson.
15 minutes today was pretty good. Mine were like jelly as well. It's getting harder.
I had to watch the video at about 7:05 because I've been working this week, so I haven't been able to do the half 12.
All right. So you watched the previous day?
No. So because I'm working, I can't watch the half 12 thing. So when I get home from work, I watch the live thing from earlier on the same day, and follow along with it to try to keep up with the same time as you guys.
Yeah, cool. Quite a tough one today, wasn't it?
It was. Yesterday was quite tough as well, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, it's slowly getting, well, it's quickly getting difficult.
Yeah.
But we're doing it, that's the main thing. I don't know how long I'm going to manage increasing it by 30 seconds every day. It's quite hard now, isn't it?
I saw a post on from Colin Ward saying about a St. Luke challenge in 2019 of doing 20 minutes Chisao, and I thought we're not actually that far off from there.
20 minutes Chisao, you mean Sulim Tao?
Sulim Tao, sorry, yeah, Sulim Tao, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we're not far off it. We're going to hit 20 minutes quite soon, aren't we?
All right.
Okay, so we do some punches then. So basic stance, e.g. Kim Yen Ma, punching positions. Hey Richard, how are we doing? What else we got there?
1 second. Just going to get my little training tool.
All waiting for you. Okay, are you ready?
Hey, Mark.
Is that Mark?
He's arrived, yeah?
Mark, you've arrived in another. You're on twice. You've got your doppelgangers in here as well. Okay, we're going to do punches. Let's go. Single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey Richard. Threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sevens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, pull your arms back. We're going to drop your stance straight into first form, Sulim Tao. So left hand on top. We'll go a little bit quicker than we did today. Okay, so left fist to center. Punch, blocking out, stretch. Right fist. So left hand south. Good thing about doing it slow like we are doing is it does slow you right down. I think just taking a little bit longer over it every day, which is good. It should be done slow. We tend to do it too quickly in class, really.
By the end of it all, I think I'm going to be wheelchair bound.
Hopefully not. But it's quite good to track the time of it as well, just to remind you that you're slowing it down rather than speeding up. So first fox owl. Second fox owl. Bit easier than today, eh, Dom?
Oh, very much easier. In fact, I'm struggling to keep as fast as you guys.
It's speeding through it now. And third and final fox owl. Inside back, centre, palm, blocking out, stretch.
Feel it in my legs?
Feeling it already?
You just say it at this point, so I just had to beat you to it.
Can't check your legs here, can I? As long as you're bending your knees. So tan sao, round into wu sao. Dropping into first fox owl. Get your elbow in as soon as you can. Second fox owl. Third fox owl. Who's that making all the noise?
Me. I am actually feeling it in my legs.
You're a ninja. Giving away your position. What was that? Third fox owl.
Yeah.
Inside back, back to centre, palm, locking out, stretch. Second section, explosive energy, just on the end, switch off in between. Third section, outside pack, Side palm. Make sure fingertips are out for that side palm. Tan, Gan, scooping tan, Yun Sao, low palm. Tan, Gan, scooping tan, Yun Sao, low palm. Wong Tao, tan, palm. Wong, tan, palm. Gan Sao. Okay, any questions on your Su Lim Tao? Hey, Richard.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Good, thanks. And you?
All right, yeah, surviving.
Yes, yeah, indeed. How are the legs?
Legs, it's getting there, yeah, 15 minutes today. For,
I know.
lunch.
I was battered.
Were you on it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw people watching, but I didn't know who was actually. I don't know. I can't see because I can't see who's taking part or not in that because there's no video. So you could be hiding in your armchair with a beer for all I know.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, it's a killer, isn't it? My legs were like jelly after today. 15 minutes. It was a good one. Is anybody else on that?
No.
No.
I'm usually having my breakfast run about then.
That's a good call.
Semi-retired people, eh?
Hey?
For the life of semi-retired people, hey, Bill, getting up at that hour.
I know.
It makes me work at home.
Okay, so let's go through Chum Q next. I'll just adjust my. Okay, so we'll go through this together, all through it once, and then we'll break it down into its parts. So relaxing your feet, so toes pointing forwards, checking centre line, left on top, left fist to centre. I'm not doing this mirrored. It's more confusing trying to do Chum Q mirrored. So both hands into centre, double Jeng Sao. So we're turning to the left hand on top. To the right, to the left. Fuse. Hands, left, box out. 1, 2, 3. Palms. 1, 2, 3. Through into Lan. Fingers on the wrist. Look. Turn on guard. Back to Lan. Fingers. Look. On guard. Before the strike, back to Chum, arm and wrist stretch. Same on the other side, hands into centre, fingers pointing forwards, then energy on the end. Turn to your right, right hand on top. Views, tans, right top now this time. 1, 2, 3, palms. 1, 2, 3. Through into your Lan, fingers, turning ball and guard. Back to Lan, fingers, look. Turn on guard. One more. So 3 of these. Place your fist this time. Punch. Back Sao. Chum. Palm. Just going to scooch down this way a bit, give myself more room. So that's first section. So we'll go into second section. So turning to your left. Aggressive Lan Sao. Stopping kick. So stepping. Bong and guard. Check centre, bong and guard, check centre, and final bong and guard. Same on the other side. So aggressive Lan, stopping kick, stepping, check centre. Third section, turn to your left. Kicking to the knee, dive bongs, flat tans. Run out of room. That's the view. That's a double palm strike. Turn, kick the knee, dive bongs, flat hands. So you jump, double palm, lock out and stretch. Looking over your left shoulder, lifting, turning, kicking to 135 degrees, place your foot down, thumbs, 1, 2, 3, and squaring up, punches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, punches to finish. Wrist stretch, and then close your stance. Okay, any questions off the bat for that one? So what we did last week was we broke it down into the smaller parts and then we just drilled them, and then I was looking at people. So we'll do that again. Might be worth going from the end to the beginning. And we don't, or what are your thoughts? Or just from the start? Let's go from the start. We only got a little way through it last week, I think, but we didn't have as much time. We've got a bit more time now.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so let's just start with the opening. I'll watch everybody and see if there's any errors. So if you can all face your cameras, then I can see what you're doing. So basically we're opening our stance and pointing your toes forward. I'm just going to assume that that's all good. Left hand on top. And left fist to center, punch, lock out, stretch. And then right fist to center. And that's all basically straight out of your first form anyway. So we'll do this double Jengsao. So fingertips pointing forwards. Bring your elbows in. And your hands should be kind of loaded like this. I think we did a bit of this last week. And then what we're doing is explosive energy on the end and expanding from the elbow and a little bit of a snapping energy on the wrist like that at the end. So this is double Jengsao. Applying explosive energy. Okay, so just come back to where you were. So you're here, elbows about a fist distance away, and then you're exploding forwards and you're using both these joints to generate power. So just run through that for a few minutes. Using explosive energy on the end. Don't lock your elbows, but make sure you're loading your wrists so that you can use that energy at the end. So pointing forwards to start with, exploding on the end. And just run through that in your own time. Just try and leave the energy on the end for a bit, just so I can see it. So go from the side view, just energy, and then back. Energy, and then back. Rather than popping it and bringing it back, I can't see the end position there. So just keep your hands here, energy on the end, and then bring them back. Energy on the end, and then bring them back. So the end position should be a little bit like your punching position. So you're using your full range. That's good, Richard.
Thank you.
That's good, Bill. That's good, Dom, yeah. Mark, you're loading your hands a little bit. So what you're doing is you're going from here and then you're retreating before you come back forward. So remember, this first position is our loaded position. So what we shouldn't do is 1, 2, 3. What we should do is 1, 2. So this is kind of almost like our back fist placement, if you like. So when we're doing our center line check and our fist placement, then we do our punch. What we don't do is fist placement and then withdraw back to hit. So the same applies here. Get your hands in this. This is the loaded hand position. It's almost like your back fist position. And then just exploding forwards from where you're at. So just make sure you're not withdrawing back. So from here, don't load your arms because you're going to lose ground. This is your loaded position. And then you're just firing forward. That's it. Try and relax a bit more, Ben, and you'll get a bit more explosive energy out of that. And point your hands forward a little bit more, Ben. Yeah, in the loaded position. Point your hands forward, that's it. Then you've got more movement on the wrist. Cool. So after our double Jeng Sao, we're going to turn to the left hand on top. And I just want you just drilling this. So turning double Pai Jans. So we're looking for everything. This needs to be fast and stable. And we're thinking of it hitting with the elbow position.
I'm just a bit conscious about my neighbours watching me, that's all.
Have you not got any blinds?
No.
They're just happy you're dressed this time.
Yeah. Take your top off and they might look away. Get the cling film out. Put your cling film pants on, then they'll be too embarrassed to watch you.
And a cowboy hat and a bottle of whiskey.
Now you're thinking, yeah.
Just no.
Well, Bill, you're a bit unstable on your feet there. I'm just watching your head. So what it looks like is you're doing this and then you're sitting back. So just watch the stuff. You're laughing. You've just got that image in your head now of Ben in his cowboy hat. So try and do the turn and your head is moving with the turn. So rather than two moves, you've got one. So everything moves together. And try and avoid the wobble afterwards. That's good, Ben. You're leaning forward just ever so slightly. Just straighten your back up a little bit. There, you're leaning. That's better. You're good on that side. That's better. Good, yeah. Just lower your hand position a little bit, Ben. There you go. Perfect. You look a bit unstable there, Dom. Probably just your turns. Make sure your feet are wide enough. I can't see where your feet are.
Just see it, like, probably stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Yeah. That's how it was.
Oh, I thought you were going to show me your feet there.
Oh, you want to see my feet?
Yeah, go on then. Show me your feet so I can see your turns. It's difficult, this, isn't it?
Can you see my feet with this thing here? It's a bit hard to move it without sticking it all back up. And the black strap as well.
Just do your turning double Pai Jans from there, Dom, so I can see your feet. Yeah, you look a little bit like your feet are too close. I would give yourself a bit more space. There you go, yeah. That's good, Richard. Good, Mark. That looks good and stable. Just tighten your hand position up, Mark, so your fingers aren't dangling down. There you go, perfect. Cool. Okay, so let's move on from there. So we've got our Jeng Sao. We've got turning double Pai Jan. 1, 2, 3. Then we've got views. So your views is a bit like your tan, fist, at least a fist distance from your elbow to your chest. So if you go from land to view, so let's just do from our double Pai Jan, views, tans, and then 3 tok saos. So in order to do the tok sao, remember we talked about this last week, dropping that left hand down, lifting it up, dropping the right hand down, lifting it up. So let's just run through this bit, in fact. So just constant tok saos. So we're dropping one hand, raising it up, dropping one hand, raising it up. So what we're practicing is the lifting hand, tok sao movement. So you should be in turning stance here as well. So make sure you've turned. So remember, we're doing turning double pipe yarns. Then we've done our view, then we've done our tan, then we've done our toxaus. So the footwork is, there's my turning stance, there's my view, there's my tan, there's my toxaus. So I'm kind of facing this way in view mar. Okay, so make sure you're doing your stance as well. So yes, so that looks good. So remember, this is kind of shoulder height. Yours may be a bit high there, Bill. So think about the punch coming in at your kind of, I don't know, throat level. This is the arm break movement as it's coming in. So this might travel a little bit past this, but then it will stop. So you kind of get in a tan sao position here. So here's our tok sao. So that's kind of as high as it'll probably go. So your own chin height is probably as high as it'll go. Okay.
And Tim, is it with your thumb and your hand like that to your forearm?
Yeah, so in the form, this is to show the direction of travel. So we've got that. In reality, you're going to be doing this because what you're doing is trapping somebody's hand, somebody's arm, and hyperextending it. So
Right.
they're coming in with a punch, and you're basically hyperextending or breaking their arm.
Right, okay.
You're trapping them as they're reaching.
Right. Okay, because I just wondered, because I have done the drill with my hand like that, but then we're doing it.
Yeah, in the form, the reason for this is just to show the direction of the attack.
Right, okay.
To show that understanding as from what I'm aware. But yes, in reality, you would use it with the hand across because it would have more, you'd have more control.
Cool, thank you.
But in the form, fingertips parallel to your forearm.
Right, and your thumb kind of tucked in, but not...
Yeah, just tuck your thumb in.
Right, brilliant. Thank you.
Cool, thanks. That's good, Mark. Ben, just drop your toxide down a bit more. So if you watch me, I'll show you what I mean. So at the moment, your hand's traveling forwards like this. So what I want you to do is let this hand drop away, and then it can come up. So let this hand, once you've done the toxide, let this hand drop, and then it can lift, drop. So you're putting it in the place to do a lifting hand. At the moment, it's not really doing that. You're just pushing forwards. So just exaggerate this dropping and coming up. So tox out, lifting hand. It's a little bit like first form, this movement, our upside down palm. Same kind of thing, except we have to lower the hand position in order to lift it.
Yeah, right.
Yep. That's it. Miles better yet. On. So, yeah, so just make sure you're dropping this hand and lifting it, dropping it, lifting it, dropping it, lifting it. Helps to visualize what you're doing as well. So think about that arm break. Think about your worst enemy, your neighbour. Your neighbours with their loud noises. Cool. Very good. Okay, so we'll move on from there. So that's so we've done 3 turning double pie jars, views, tans, and then toxaus. 1, 2, 3, and then palm. 1, 2, 3. So we'll just sort of carry on from there. So carry on with your toxaus, but just do 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, and then do palms. 1, 2, 3. I think we had a couple of issues with these last time, which was the hand. The hand that strikes first is your backhand, and make sure you're drawing this hand straight back. 1, 2, 3. So we've got toxau, 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 palm, 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 and drawing. In fact, if we turn into our left, it's going to be left toxau first, right toxau, left toxau, right palm, right palm, and then you end up in this position. And then go back to the start. So we've got left toxau, right toxau, left toxau, palm, 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 and then we'll move on to that next bit after. So basically, you're doing your top sows to the left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just keep them nice and steady so I can have a look to make sure everybody's got that down. So mark you're trailing that backhand. So after you've done, so here top we've got 1, 2, 3. When you did your palm, this came back after. So remember, just like your punches, one hand forward, one hand back, palm the same. As soon as that hits, this should already be back. So it was just a very small thing, but your backhand was coming after you hit. So that's something to work on. Ducks out, ducks out. That's good. Good build. Also, I think last week when everybody turned to frame here, a couple of people were doing this. So you've got 2 targets. So I'll move on to that in a few minutes. So, but just keep that an eye on that. Make sure you're hitting the same target each time. Make sure this palm is dropping out of the way to allow for this palm. Don't try sneaking around the side because you end up with 2 targets. Okay. I saw that, Mark. Backhand, yeah. So on that third one, so it's 1, 2. On the third one, this hand comes back at the same rate as this comes out. So at the end of the third palm, the backhand will be back. Then make sure your backhand comes back to the same position. So that just looked like your backhand wasn't quite coming back properly, or you were doing that with it. So as soon as you leave the backhand for this palm, this hand retreats, so you end up in this position. So it's showing everything's working together. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got palm, palm, palm. All this comes back at the same time, sorry. So yeah, so let's do it towards the camera now. So same thing. So start with your turn. So we should be in turning stance. We've just done our 3 turning pai jans. Then we do bu. Then we do tan. And then we've got tok sao 1, tok sao 2, tok sao 3. And then we've got palms 1, 2, and 3. I'll just do those into the camera, and then I'll have a look at them. Obviously, I'm looking for those palms hitting the same spot each time, not sneaking around the side. Ah. So when you do that third palm, make sure this hand comes back on that third palm. That's it. Spot on, Mark. That's good, Dom. Quite good this, because we don't often do these things in class to this much detail, so I guess it's one advantage of the online classes, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Force us to look a little bit closer at everything. So also tok saos want to be in center. So make sure this tok sao is coming up the middle. Because remember, that's where the attacking hand will be coming down towards your head. So you don't want them out at either side, you want them in the middle. So make sure that the lifting hand is coming up centre.
I tell you, it really helps having a target to actually constantly aim at.
Yeah, it's useful. Cool. So we'll move on to the next bit then. So we've so far done turning double, pie johns. We've got view, tan, toksao. 1, 2, 3, palms. 1, 2, 3, and we should end up in this position. So it's with a right palm, the left hand's drawn back, and we're in Bumar facing the direction of our hit. So we're sliding all the way into Lansao position.
Is that just a turn, or is that a striking turn? The elbow.
You could consider it a turn. Yeah. It is. I mean, it's both. But yes, consider it an elbow strike, because that will help you get this elbow in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So from our palm to our land, let's just drill that. So go from, just put yourself in your last palm position, so it's straight palm, fingers up, and then strike. Think of striking back with that elbow. Then go back to your palm, striking with that elbow. So you're going from palm to elbow, palm to elbow. So there you should be in your palm strike position, Ben.
Am I the right way around it?
Yeah, I think you might be. So there, yeah, that's it, and then that's it, and then turn with your elbow strike as you come around. So that wants to be Lansao position. So just tighten up your Lan. I think that's better, and yeah, that's it. Then back to your palm.
Wow.
Thirsty work, eh?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on from there. So we've got our Lansao next. So we've gone from our palm strike to our Lansao. Place your fingers, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan. Fingers, just drill that. So we've got, there's Lan and Lan and backhand pull back. Place that finger to denote centre line. Look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan. Fingers, look, turning bong and guard. Back to Lan. Mark, make sure you've got a bend on your bong sao, so it looks a bit like it's locked out. So it wants to be just in off that lock, so you've got a nice, that's it, perfect. Yeah. And a little bit more of an extension on your bong. So your Lansao, Ben, wants to be, that's your Lansao. Yeah, that's your Lansao. Lansao, think of it as a 90-degree angle. And then for your bong sao, so if this is my Lan, think of that as like a square almost, creating a square here. And then for your bong, projecting forward. So from side view, that's my bong. And from the side view, my Lan is here, which is the so my Lan is more like a 90-degree angle here. And my bong is more like I'm projecting it forwards.
Right.
That's it. Just flatten that Lansao position, Ben, and bring it closer to you. There you go, perfect, like a square. So you're making a square from your shoulders to your fingertips to your elbow. That's it. Okay, so back to Lan, and then we've got our fist placement, and then I've got our punch. And then we're squaring up through Lan, looking before we strike into Faksao. And then back to Chum, and then finish. So we'll run through that so it's from Lan Sao, place your fist, punch and pull back, squaring up your feet, so feet are pointing forwards through Lan, look before you strike into Faksao, back to Chum, contact and strike. And then wrist stretch to close and then go back to Lan. So we've got fist, punch, squaring up, look before you strike, back to centre line with the Chum, contact and strike.
How important is it that the arm travels up, around and back down, to opposed to the quickest route, straight over to the centre?
It is the quickest route, yeah, it should be the quickest route.
No,
So
I mean, if you went straight back like that, rather than up and down,
it's already up, isn't it? So imagine a straight punch coming straight down the centre, that's stopping it.
I see. Yeah.
So it's the quickest route.
Okay.
But it might appear like it's a circle because your hand is up and it's coming down. But actually, you're kind of doing a triangular angle. So that's where your hand is. This is where the punch is coming. So after this Faksao, think about defending against that punch in the fastest possible way. So don't think that this is a big circle. No, just think you're getting from A to B in the fastest possible time.
Okay. It might be because I was doing my Faksao shoulder height rather than.
So I think throat. Go for throat height with your Faksao, and then this is kind of a straight punch.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, naturally comes like how yours was then, rather than along like that when I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, I think your Faksao was a bit low, and then you're having to come back up to come back down again.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't do. If your hand was low, you would do a different technique. You might do a bong sao or something, or a gang sao. If your hand's high, you've got to come down. If your hand's low, you've got to come up.
Yeah.
Depending where the hit's coming from. So yeah, think of this as a throat height, and then you're defending against a straight line hit here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, just run through that bit. So we've got Lan Sao, place the fist, punch and pull back, squaring up your stance, look into the strike, then back to centre, contact, and then side palm and wrist stretch to finish. So your footwork is you're in Bumar here, and then you're just squaring up your feet. So your feet stay square for the Faksao, so pointing forwards, and then jump, and then palm.
Which weight is the weight of your leg on? Which leg's back leg?
So if I'm turning to my right, my weight is on my left leg.
Right.
So here's my Lan Sao. So if I've got a right Lan Sao, my weight's on my left.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So then you'd place your fist on your wrist.
My left.
That's right. What you've got there. Doesn't help that the telly's behind you. So punch and pull back at the same time. Punch with your left, pull back with your right. That's it. And then square up into your Faksao. Look into your Faksao and then back to jump. That's it. And then contact, push through and strike.
Is this a punch or a palm?
It's a side palm. So remember as well, when you're going from your punch through to that Faksao, you're going through Lan Sao position, facing this way, and then into your Faksao. So don't hurry, don't rush through this. So this is my punch. Don't sort of go for that before your body's caught up with it. So you're basically going through here, but without turning back. So I'm from my punch to my Faksao to my jump. And then my palm. So make sure on the faxow that you're not opening or turning your stance in this direction. So we're not going back to Bumar and we're not turning our feet out. So after the punch here, feet just square up. So I'm now square, feet pointing forwards, even with the faxow. So I'm only looking for that faxow, I'm not following my feet round. Okay, so there's my punch. I square up, faxow, and then I come back. So look into that faxow, Ben. Make sure you look before you do this hit. Okay, so we'll we'll do the other side now. So we've done faxow, back to jump, side palm, and then wrist stretch. So then we're basically going to do the other side. So both hands into center, energy, turn to your right, 1, 2, 3, turn in double pie jans, and we did bu, tan, toxow. So let's do toxow on this side. So just drilling your toxow on this side now. Just toxows on their own, if you will. And, so the weight on the other side now. A quick check of these. Okay, very good. And then so we'll do. So we've got bu, tan, toxow, 1, 2, 3, and then palms, 1, 2, 3. So we'll do the same on this side. So just run through your toxows, 3 toxows, 1, 2, 3, 3 palms, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then go back to your toxows again. So you're drilling your toxows and your palm strikes. Dom, just turn towards the camera and do that for me, will you?
I did do it a little bit up.
That's what I thought. So remember, yeah, you've got 2 targets there, Dom. So what you're doing is 1, 2, like that. So you're cheating a little bit. So just exaggerate that drop. So you're hitting the same target each time with your palms. Just be aware of that. Use your string. Use your string, maybe.
You read my mind.
So make sure these toxows are in center and make sure your palms are down center. And because the palms, you've got to exaggerate that drop a bit more than you would for your fists, because a fist will drop out of the way much more easily than a palm, because you've got your fingertips in the way. Cool, so we got to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then so from the palm, we'll go through to Lansau on the other side again. And then go back to your palm. So just have a little quick drill of that. So we've got palm strike into your Lan. So try and just get the energy on this as well. So turn into your Lan, turn into your palm. Put a bit of energy on both. So we've got a turning Lansau, punching energy on the elbow, turning palm, punching energy on your palm. So we've got 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, so then we did turning bong and guard. So we'll placeholder from our LAN. Turning bong and guard. Back to LAN again. Just have a run through that. So turning bong and guard, back to LAN. Turning bong and guard, back to LAN. So in the LAN, we're looking this way. We're thinking of going this way, but then we're turning and changing direction. So we're back to our LAN sound, looking this way. That's the way we're thinking, but there's something coming. Turning bong and guard, back to LAN. Fingers, look. Turning bong and guard, back to LAN. And just have a run with that. Just have a run through with that. So you're switching hands there, Mark. So the left hand is doing both the LAN and the bong. So you're effectively doing this with one hand, when the other hand's your guard. So use the same hand for the LAN and the bong. Now swap your arms around, Mark. So that's the LAN sow you want. You want your left one. Yeah, if you're facing to your left, you want your left LAN sow. There you go. So now put your place marker on, and now you're turning, throwing that LAN sow into a bong sow. There you go. Yeah, that's it. And then back to your LAN again. That's it. It's going dark there, Ben. Have you not put any money in the meter?
They can see outside now, though.
Maybe they can't see you now from the outside.
Yeah, probably. Oh, they're all naked. Oh, hello. They're all doing naked yoga or something.
Put them on camera, Ben.
I'll be watching them later tonight.
Yeah. That saves television later, doesn't it? Okay, cool. So we're at 8:30 now, so we're kind of at our time, but there's a few things there for everybody to drill. They're all looking really good, and as we work through this form, we'll just pick up on these little pieces, and we'll move through the form, and by the time we've finished, well, in a few weeks, we'll pretty much have nailed that form, and any little hiccups and little bits as well. So, is there any questions on that?
Have you managed to look at my Jump Q video?
I haven't yet, Dom. No, I haven't yet, but I will do. And if anybody else wants to send a video in, do of Chum Q. But I think it might be worth doing it in a few weeks' time, Dom, because we're gonna go through all those things on this webinar. So there'll probably be a few things that we'll spot.
Yeah.
But I'll go through it and do you some notes.
Well, if we're going to do it in a few weeks' time, I'll probably do you another video later on then, because obviously in a few weeks' time I would have improved a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. We're going to iron out a lot of the problems doing this every Wednesday, every Tuesday, going through all by detail, and so it might be worth doing another one in a few weeks' time.
It would be good though to get your advice, just in case there's anything that I've done in there that I don't do in lessons. You know, little pointers for not just myself, but for whoever else is in the Facebook group who might want to see and take on board to themselves.
What you mean? You're happy to share your video in the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can do. Yeah.
I'm alright with that.
You can do. I mean, what we could also do, I was thinking of, is everybody could just post your Sulim Tao videos in that group, and I don't know, just for encouragement for everybody, not necessarily for everybody to have a go at you. No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I don't mind.
But only if you're comfortable doing that. I don't think we need to. But if you wanted to do that, it'd be a nice thing we'd be able to see everybody's Sulim Tower on lockdown and have a look at their gardens. And see who's got the nice back gardens.
I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Not quite yet. It's got a lot of messing, but it's getting cleaned out on Thursday. But I'm happy with it going on the Facebook group as long as it's our Facebook group. You know, the one that you set up.
Yeah, the private one.
Not another Wing Chun one. I don't mind people who I know seeing it or people who are with me seeing it. Just people.
We'll keep those videos. We'll keep those between you and me because they're kind of just the private one-to-one feedback videos. But what I'm saying is, if you wanted to do another one and just to post it, you know, you can do that. Feel free to do that as well. But those ones you've sent me privately, we'll just keep those private.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. You're upside down, Mark. How do you do it?
I've got
on his head.
He's just falling
can you hear me?
downstairs.
Does it work? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I've had to use my phone. The internet went off my laptop and I couldn't get it started again. So I tried using my PC, but it kept dropping out all the time. So I was getting like fragments.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll sort of.
Gremlins.
It's funny that mobile phones are probably far more powerful than our laptops, aren't they?
It's better, yeah.
Well, mobile phones are a lot more powerful than the space shuttle that sent man to moon.
Are they?
But there was like
there's not that much thrust, though.
I'll see you
not
there.
much thrust.
Yeah. Good luck getting to the moon on your mobile phone. Cool. Well, great to see everybody.
And you.
Keep your spirits up, guys, and hopefully we'll see you back in class before too long as well.
Yeah. See you later.
See you
tomorrow.
See you all later. Take care and keep safe.
Keep safe. Stay sane. Bye for now.
Now catch you tomorrow for day 12.
Yeah.
Bye. Tomorrow.